Oh, no.
Oh, no, that's recording.
Oh,
All right, we good
I was
now.
about to say, because you're an idiot.
All right, so basically you would tell us who you are, tell us what your name is and what you do.
Alright, so name is Johnny Brown Lee. Go by the name of Sling K the Renaissance Man. Ghostwriter, speaker for, let's see how we put it. Ghostwriter for articles in 3 different sectors: relationships, social issues, and then I do a whole lot of hip hop reviews and lists and things of that nature.
All right. So us three, Barhop Records, I'm Fame,
Jones.
Hey there.
and we're gonna talk to you about hip hop right now.
Yes, sir.
So we'll start off with asking you, who did you grow up listening to?
Oh man, grew up listening to everybody, I guess you could say. So I guess I'd name favorites more so. So everybody from Spice One to NWA, Ice Cube. My favorites went in phases. So Big Daddy Kane, Cool G Rap, you name it, pretty much. Scarface, the greats of the time. Let me not leave out Freddie Fox. People don't know about Freddie Fox, but let me not leave out Freddie Fox, Apache. So pretty much everybody at the time, because hip hop was big. Want to go local? Poison Clan, Jam Pony.
Yeah.
Good old Jam
hit every area of hip hop, because that's what it was at the time. So that's what I listened to.
What about you right there?
My favorites?
Just people you grew up listening to, not
Grew up
necessarily
listening to?
favorite.
I mean,
As a kid,
I always say this, it's not stereotypical, but Eminem, of course.
Mhm.
I actually grew up listening to a lot of Ludacris,
yeah.
and a guy probably none of you ever heard of, but his name's Haystack.
I remember Haystack.
Yeah, okay, never mind. But, yeah, the probably main 3, at least my younger days.
What about you, Jones?
I grew up, obviously Eminem was in my time, fucking Bone Thugs, listened to a lot of Bone Thugs. I didn't listen to a lot of Exhibit. All these people I listened to was because of my sister. My sister was older than me by 6 years, so she was already in the hip hop when I was young. So she had Exhibit, the Rough Riders. I had all them old types of people like that I listened to, and yeah, maybe that was it.
For me, it took me a long time. I started listening to Trash early.
Fat Joe?
Nope, not even. Not that bad. I was listening to Bow Wow and Lil Romeo and people like that. I know. Compared to what I listen to now, then it's like, But after a while, I got onto Ludacris, Heavy, and DMX and people like that. Of course, Eminem. And I love 50 Cent always, especially back then. And I fell in love with Kanye. Everything, like, just all of that stuff back then. So
I just want to know how you got onto like Bow Wow. I could something Lil Romeo. That's the one that's hard to like understand how you listen to anything other than the songs that they played in like movies.
I used to watch Nickelodeon all the time. So when I see these kids pop up on TV, I'm like, oh, that's a kid rapper. Like, oh, go buy this CD.
Yeah.
They brainwash me. They'll slime people all the time. And
Yeah. You're right.
I want to get slimed. I want to buy this CD. Listen to My Baby by Lil Romeo. That was me.
Romeo.
Terrible. The worst.
That is pretty terrible.
It's pretty bad.
That's bad.
Probably shouldn't have said it.
Yeah, Bow Wow, like I said, I can understand the Bow Wow
That's
thing.
gonna live forever.
Yes. I'm going to listen back to this and like, oh man, I shouldn't have said that. But
Don't battle nobody. That's coming up.
Oh my god. I'm making a
That's-
meme tonight.
what about people you listening to right now?
Ooh. Okay. Now, I still listen to some of those people though. I'm finna say, but if we talking new artists, I'm heavy on Crit. I'm heavy on Odyssey. I'm heavy on Stevie Stone. Logic. Yeah, I'm heavy on some of those new cats, but I mean, like I still listen to some of those old cats. Scarface,
Oh yeah.
Amazing album. If you don't got that Scarface.
Yeah.
Scarface is in that lane right now where he knows how to make an album.
Right.
I listen to Zero.
Zero, yeah.
Yeah, I listen to Zero. I mess with Zero heavy. I listen to K Reno.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the underground with mine. I'm finna say, but see, I work in a business where I have to dig for music.
Mm-hmm.
So I when I find it, it's a beautiful thing. So, but yeah, that's what I listen to hardcore right now. Fonte.
Oh yeah.
I was finna say, anything that got something to do with Royce the 5'9", I listen to instantly. And if you can find me some Mos Def, I'll listen to it. Always be room for most.
One big guy I hit on is Logic. I'm super on Lil Dicky right now.
We just got to talk
respect
about
that,
him. We just got to talking about him.
He's like slowly becoming one of my favorites right now. Yeah, you mentioned like Royce. I listen to Kendrick. Anything Black Hippie, you know.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of those guys. I have to think for more, but those are the main ones.
You, sir?
I mean, I'm ignorant, so I'm into like some main shit right now. You know, that Future Drake. I be on that shit a lot, but I've been into that I've been into that weekend, so I haven't really been actually listening to fucking a lot of like new rap or anything like that. I don't really like a lot of shit that's out right now. Like, I'm probably one of the few guys who doesn't like Travis Scott really that much.
I don't like Travis Scott that much. He got some songs that I like to listen to. It's like they're hype.
Yeah.
But as an artist, I don't really. And he treats his fans terrible. Treat them like dirt.
Yeah, he do, right?
He treats his fans awful. He don't deserve nothing.
He doesn't deserve nothing.
Yeah, I see what you mean about the R&B. When you start listening to R&B, you kind of get sidetracked because it's a lot. There's so much R&B out there.
Well, that's the thing. I don't listen to R&B. Drake was the only other singing motherfucker who I listened to. You know what I mean? The Weeknd. I met a few bitches. Yeah. The Weeknd's R&B, but he's the only. Him and Drake are the only guys. I wasn't no R. Kelly fan. You know what I mean? None of that Tank shit. You know what I mean? I wasn't in none of that. But the Weeknd, he's been fucking killing it. And I just found out that where the sample from "Tell Your Friends" came from, like years and years and years ago, from the 60s and 70s.
Really?
That's why the song sounds so familiar to everyone, and they don't know where the hell it came from.
I listen to R&B too, though. I'm gonna say, but see, I'm more of a soul person, so I'm gonna say I'm on the Jill Scott, the Erykah Badu, the Maxwell type of stuff. I'm a big fan of Jill Scott. I'm gonna say album out of here. I'm gonna say, if you want to see it in person. Mm-hmm. One of the best live shows you'll ever go to in your life. I'm gonna say any of them former Roots people. Look at here, man. They make incredible albums, but their live shows are at such a high level, because if you've ever been to a Roots show, then you know you in for something. So like Jill Scott's band. Look at here, man. Like I should have expected it to be a good band just because. Down with the Roots, so when they come out with these live bands, their bands be on another level. But like Jill Scott, anytime she comes to anywhere near you, if you get a chance to see her, go check that out.
You see, that's another thing. I listen to Lana Del Rey, and fucking Adele. I love Adele. I've always loved Adele.
I love Adele.
Yeah, I really like her type of stuff. I've been, probably for the past like 2 years now. I still listen to rap, obviously, all the time and everything like that, but I've been opening in my mind, you know what I mean? I listen to country, I'm listening to these female singers. I hate female rappers, singers, I hate them all, but like Adele and Lana Del Rey, though, you know what I mean? I really feel, when they talk, I feel it inside of my heart. Like, no homo, but like.
I'm with that. I'm with that, see? So that's almost like Crit. When Crit say, like, if he can't feel it in his soul and he can't listen to it, I'm the same way. I got two standards for music. You either got to say something,
Yeah.
or you better say nothing very, very well.
Exactly.
I can listen to something ratchet, but like you better say it in a way that make me go, you know what? That was ignorant, but Jesus, he said it very well. Like I can listen to ratchet music. I can't listen to it every day, but like I can listen to it, and it depends on where I'm listening to it at. Also, like, you know, like. But there's some people I just can't, like, personally I can't get into. Like me and him was talking, I was like, I can't listen to Future even in a party.
Yeah,
like, I just can't. Like, how do y'all do it? Like, maybe I'm just too old, but I can't do it. Like, Future come on at a party. It's time to get a drink.
You see, that's the thing. Like, it's like certain times for stuff. Like Future at a party, I'm live. I'm on it. I'm hopping everywhere. Anyone's getting talked to or ran up on, or it's like, something's popping off when I hear that type of music. You know what I mean? But I ain't gonna like play it for like. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, there's really not a lot of places I wouldn't play Future at. But I mean,
I can't ride with it.
Not with a girl. I would like be driving with my girl listening to that shit. I am probably lying.
What about you? What would get you hype at a party?
Get me hype at a party? Honestly, like I don't listen to anything but like lyrical.
Right.
I can listen to that anywhere, anytime, and it'll put me in whatever mood I want.
If you ever seen me like at parties and places, like, I know we've only been out like around together like a few different places, but if I'm ever DJing and stuff, if I'm ever DJing at any type of party, and he would start looking at me like, yo, what are you playing? I don't recognize this song. And then after a while, they'd be like, yo, that's right. Everybody starts sitting around and start listening to the music. And I'm like, I don't know. This is just me. This is me. You asked me to play what I want to play. And I'm going to play something that has a banging beat to it, but at the same time, it'll have people thinking, it'll be like, whoa.
I'm going to say, well, see, I'm different though, because when I DJ a party, first of all, I don't do open format stuff, so like I DJ for older folks. So, but I can make young people lose their mind because I'll play all 70s and 60s soul music, but I'll play the samples of the songs that you like, and you won't even know that was sampled. And I have young people and old people on the floor, and if you want to see me get hype, it's not even American music. See, soca or reggae dance hall will do it for me. That's how I'll party. I don't really like American music is not made to party to anymore, unless you a person that like trap music or something like that. I mean, like if you like trap music, but I mean, like it's not made for dancing. You know what I'm saying? It's made for bouncing. It's made for jumping.
That's what EDM
is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you gonna do this all night, you know what I'm saying? Or if you gonna do this all night, then perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Perfect for me because I can't fucking dance.
I was gonna say, but if you're going to actually dance, probably not. So I'm gonna say I'm not a dancer per se, but I mean, like if I take the time to get dressed and go to a party, I actually want to dance at some point. And
there's almost like no such thing as dancing anymore. There's like with all this EDM stuff, it's just like he said, it's just like bouncing.
If you want to see me dance at a party, throw on Tampa Tony, Let's Get Freaky. When he come in the song like he couldn't wait. Well,
I'm gonna say, you're young, right? So like when I was in college when this song came out, oh God, you've never seen a song take over a place. Oh, to be in Tampa when that song first came out. Oh God, like you've never seen a whole club juke to one song so hard in your life, dog. Like, that song is good.
I'll hit a backflip off a stop sign if I hear that song. I think in our generation it's swag surf. If you ever anywhere and swag surf come on, everybody starts swag surfing. It's like, oh Lord, it's hit my elbow, but
this is all songs that like these were songs that like you could pack a dance floor because I was in college where all of this would come out. So like these are songs that would pack a dance floor. Like you couldn't those are couldn't miss records.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like that and like Well, there's certain songs that you'll play them, and if fraternities are in the house, you ain't gonna get to dance to them anyway. But other than that,
Right.
like, but Swag Surf and Tampa Tony, when those will come on, rush the flow. Now, then you'll find out who can DJ though. Because you can throw those two on and you guarantee to get people on the flow. Now, can you keep them there? Now you gotta keep them there.
Yeah, what's coming after that?
Like, see, I'm gonna say, and for people like me, like I don't know if anybody else is like this, but like I'm not somebody that rushes to the floor just because a certain song comes on. A DJ is good for me if you can first you gotta make me dance in my seat or dance on the wall. Yeah. And then I'll make my way to the floor. Now once I'm there, can you keep me there? But if you play something completely whack after you've just played a good song, you gotta start all the way back over with me. So there's been plenty of nights on a dance floor somewhere they be like, everybody else, he only played like 5 good songs. He might as well have played 1 because he ain't getting me to do nothing. I just wasted my money. Because the party aspect of hip hop is dead.
From the time I hit high school until like right now, it's been a big trend with people making dance music. It started, it didn't start with Teach Me How to Jerk. It started with bopping and jerking. But it was a bop song, which was okay with me. There was a jerking song, which was okay with me. But then there became people who wanted to replicate everything and just keep doing. Then you had to Teach Me How to Jerk song. That wasn't the original jerking song. The dance was out way before that.
Exactly.
Then you got Teach Me How to Jerk. Then you got Teach Me How to Dougie.
Yeah.
Then you got Whip Nene, which is the most terrible.
You can blame. I'm gonna say it's all copying. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you don't have to be original in music no more. You can, and I blame fans for that because you don't have to be original. So whatever the last person did, they did. Like at first, everybody was making up dances. Yeah. Then the thing was like once we ran out of things to make up, everybody just started like they'll just put 2-3 dances together. Like remember the Nene had its own song. Yeah. The Whip had its own song. So now we whipping and Nene. It's like okay, I'm gonna just take 2 songs I like, put them together, and let's work with that. And now you got a hit. Like a hit is easy to come by these days.
Yeah, you just gotta be trash as fuck. And
a good gimmick. Yeah. Gonna say a decent beat and a hashtag. You hit there. I think I heard Young Buck say that exact thing. He was like, a good beat and a hashtag, or now. I'm gonna say, well, when we was in college, it was who could you get to feature, right? And after that, I watched one of my homeboys start doing it. He used to DJ. Anything with Lil Jon was automatically a hit. It wouldn't even matter. So he would put Lil Jon's on his sampler, and like he'd play whatever he wanted to play. And then, like, if people looked like they wasn't feeling it, mind control is beautiful up in here, but that's the cycle that music goes through.
DJ Mustard.
Yeah. Every time, dog. Like, if you hear that piano, people listen automatically, though.
So enough.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't stand it now.
Yeah, because it's all West Coast Coast beats and stuff like that.
Like you said, I start hearing that little piano, I automatically assume that Kid Ink or Chris Brown's gonna be on there. You know what I mean? Which I don't care about either of them. Right. So it's already a song I don't want to hear, which is on every single song that they play on the radio.
I like Chris Brown. Chris Brown got potential, but can't listen to him like that though.
You would like Chris Brown.
I do. I think he got. I think he got potential.
He's the only person that's been around for 15 years and still has potential.
I think he still got potential. Just because he's a good performer.
No, he's a fantastic performer.
And he's a good writer for himself. As far as I don't know who else he writes for.
I don't think he knows what he wants to do though.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I'm gonna say, but that's the problem with everybody now. Everybody's a jack of all trades and they're not a master of anything. So I don't care. Like Trey, like everybody sings and raps.
Right. Trey Songz.
You know what I'm saying? Trey Songz and
he got
Chris Brown. I'm gonna say everybody can't be Lauryn Hill. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I don't even know where it started with, because that's what when Drake came out. That's that's the male Lauryn Hill. Can he be the first Drake first? Like, can we chill? Like,
I agree with that. I wouldn't want to compare him. I mean, I guess similar to Lauryn Hill, but yeah, like you said, he just be Drake first.
Yeah, do that first. And, because you set your bar too high. I don't think Lauryn intended to be Lauryn Hill.
She didn't.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, why she left.
Right. Like when she talked about it, she was like, I didn't intend to be like it wasn't. It was just my music. I didn't think it was going to be a brand to it. You know. That's another problem. I think everybody's trying to brand themselves before they even develop their talent.
Yeah. No one's going through the old phases. Fucking rapping all the time and handing tapes out to everybody and everything like that. Now you got the internet. You can fucking you could just put a video on YouTube and have one person see it and start sending it to everybody.
Everybody know.
Slim Jesus. You know what I mean?
I felt it going that way once you said that.
Yeah, dog.
Jesus.
That's how it is, bro. Like no one.
Soulja Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's sad to say that I actually I wasn't like a fucking fan of him or anything, but I actually liked Soulja Boy back when he first came out with even the stupid fucking Superman, that whole shit. But before that was the one that got him famous. But he had a few songs on that old tape that he had I knew about too, and I was. They were stupid, but I was listening to them and shit.
I did too, because I was in middle school.
Yeah,
and I used to listen to that type of stuff.
Yeah, but then now the shit that he comes out with, I just can't even believe it.
Because you start listening to better stuff.
Yeah.
And now you look back at him and it's like, oh, I was listening to this before.
No, I would still rather listen to the old Soulja Boy shit than the new Soulja Boy shit.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
I'll take Soulja Boy over Trinidad James.
Still don't know how this. Dog,
which is why
it hurt my heart when they told me he got signed to Def Jam. Cause look, man, when I grew up, Def Jam is the place of legends.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like when people was talking about like what record label was the best record label, it's always Def Jam, and it always was. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to look at who Def Jam would have under the roof at the same time. Def Jam had like LL Cool J, the Beastie Boys, Public Enemy, and EPMD at the same time. This is not like they had one, lost one, and they had them at the same time. Then they had like Jay-Z, DMX, Method Man, Redman, and Ja Rule at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't do that nowhere. Like nobody gets to say they had all of these people at the same time. And then Def Jam like Trinidad James. Like how does that even fit into that history? Like
that man puts curlers in his hair, bro. You finna have him on a record label?
And that song was everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
It was you couldn't escape it if you wanted to.
Not one bit.
So the next question will be, who would you consider to be the worst rappers as far as back then, growing up? Who did you hate, and who do you hate now? And then who would you put into the category of all time? Just worst, terrible.
Worst.
Who was bad back then and who was bad?
You know what? Okay, I'm not gonna say we didn't have whack rappers, but whack rappers didn't get play.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
you didn't know about it.
No, like you'd hear it once if it was whack. You didn't have to hear it again, so you don't remember their names. You know what I'm saying? It's impossible to be like, oh, we didn't have whack. We had plenty of them. We just don't know who they are.
Right.
Because they didn't get play. Like that's a point. Like it's a point in time in them late '80s, them early '90s where like money wasn't in the game yet. So you had to be good for anybody to even listen. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't no crazy marketing budgets and we'll make you a star. You know what I'm saying? The internet wasn't available to you, and like the fans cared.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if they said if lyrics was a part of it was lyrics and beats. You know what I'm saying? So you couldn't be whack. You know what I'm saying? Like I guess Vanilla Ice would be about as whack as it was getting. And you want me to tell you something funny? Like older people, they can say whatever they want. What, Kevin? You can say whatever you want. You liked Vanilla Ice. You like Ice Ice Baby and you like that Go Ninja crap. And it's still, you killed it and you loved it. Like, they'll say it, right? But they won't say it. But, yeah. But, like, I was going to say whack artists. Like, I don't really too much check for people less whack. But, I mean, like, now I come across some more. So, I was never a fan of Silk the Shocker.
Oh, no.
Got to be top of the list for me, man. Like, just never could get into Silk the Shocker. Honestly, most of No Limit, but Silk the Shocker in particular.
All of them.
There's some people I could listen to, and there's some people I don't really like. Like, I mean, forced to, but Silk the Shocker got to be like on the top of my bad list. Trinidad James. I don't know who goes first in that order of bad. I'm still trying to figure out how Trinidad James got a deal, because I'm gonna be honest, I don't like Future at all. I'm still trying to figure out what people listen to in this man. I really don't. I don't get it, because I can't understand him.
If he used to stay as a producer, I would have understood that. But when he started rapping, I felt like he was rapping the songs that he was writing for other people to do.
And Young Thug, honestly, I'm not a Young Thug fan. Other than the one song with T.I. It's the ringtone on my phone. Yeah. People be shocked when my phone rings. Like, yeah. You listen to? I do. I'm guilty. Sorry. Don't judge me. But I pretty much don't check for whack rappers, dog. Like, I mean, some fall in your lap, but.
What about you?
You know, I absolutely hate Young Thug. Well, back then, I was never a fan of Ja Rule. I thought he was one of the
best thank you.
in my life.
Why?
Ja Rule fucking sucks.
Why? Oh, okay, I'm caught off guard. Are y'all serious?
I thought he was just god awful terrible. Because I mean,
okay, can I ask a question? No, hold on, wait a minute. Wait. Did you legitimately not like Ja Rule, or did Ja Rule become taboo for you once 50 Cent said don't like Ja Rule? Because most 90% of people I've ever met, they might not have liked radio Ja Rule, but like Veni Veni Vici, the first album, is like a classic for hip hop. Like, and most people like that. You know what I'm saying? They might not have liked Holla Holla, or they might not have liked him once he started to sing. Because most people that don't like Ja Rule started hating him once 50 Cent and Busta Rhymes went in on him.
I hated him before I even knew who 50 Cent was.
Never liked him.
Hey, we all have that person we don't like. I don't argue that one at all.
I'm actually glad you said that, because I couldn't think of anybody from back in the day. I'm like, man, who did I not like from back in the day? So I'm glad that you didn't like him either.
You didn't like Ja Rule?
Number one Ja Rule hater right here, I guess.
All right.
Anybody else?
Back then,
like you said,
be sending you some stuff in the mail.
Like you said, a lot. Like back then, you just didn't hear it because it wasn't around. Like like you said, it didn't get played. But now, I mean,
turn on the radio.
95% on the radio. I can't stand Young Thug, Migos. You got, well, obviously Trinidad James just god awful terrible. Pretty much everything on the radio.
I don't listen to the radio. I'm gonna say I'm so happy I have an iPod.
Right.
I have an iPod and I have Pandora, so I don't even know what's on the radio. Cause even like I review albums, but I don't listen to singles.
No.
I don't listen to singles. So people be like, "Oh, you heard what's coming up?" No. Because I found out that listening to singles affects my expectation of the album. So I like to go into an album with zero expectations. So I don't listen to singles, like when they be dropping a song every day. If you put it on a mixtape or you put it on an album, it'll get to me. But other than that, if it play on the radio, haven't heard it. I don't even listen to the radio purposely. Yeah. They don't need hating on everything. I mean, I respect what they do, but don't mean I gotta be a fan of it. I mean, there's plenty of people out there that like it. They not missing my dollar, so.
Yeah. One other older rapper, like early 2000s, or Bone Crusher. I have no idea how he ever got any fans whatsoever.
Madden, right? He was
any fans whatsoever. He was awful.
You know what? You know what I'm gonna say about Bone? I'm gonna defend him. You know why?
I don't know how.
I'm gonna defend him because
in fucking Ja Rule.
I'm gonna defend Ja Rule too, but okay, I'll defend Bone Crusher because who likes T-Pain? Who hates T-Pain?
Who hates T-Pain?
Yeah,
I don't hate him.
you don't hate him?
I don't hate him. I'm not a huge fan of. I can't listen to a T-Pain album.
I can't either.
Yeah,
okay.
all sounds the same.
All right, good. So I got this song way back, first T-Pain album ever, called "Going Through a Lot."
Yeah.
That song, and Bone Crusher has a verse on that song. I don't know if Bone Crusher wrote that verse or not, but that verse on the song.
One verse though.
Yeah,
But I'm gonna say everybody got one verse. I mean, hell, I can think of. Come on, man.
Look at Slim Jesus.
Look, I'm gonna say, hey.
that verse is flames if it's on another person, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, but everybody, I can think of people I hate that have one verse worth listening to.
Wayne.
Some people. Okay, wait, because I can't think of a Silk Shocker verse. I'm sorry.
No.
Hey, Silk Shocker, if this ever get to you, brother, look, I don't hate your guts for real. I just don't like the music. But Soulja Boy got a verse I can listen to. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
he might not have more than one. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and say he got two.
Yeah.
I didn't like 2 Chainz for a long time, but I mean, R.I.P.
was terrible.
R.I.P. kind of changed my whole.
I was saying, Titty Boy sucked.
Mm.
The 2 Chainz, I like the 2 Chainz probably since 2 Chainz was out, but when Titty Boy was out.
Yeah, before he really evolved into who he is right now.
Yeah, exactly, because no one knew that was him on fucking the song with Lil Wayne, Duffel Bag.
I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I didn't like Young Jeezy when he first came out.
I love Jeezy.
I like Jeezy now, but I didn't like Young Jeezy when he first came out.
I love Jeezy when he
I'm
first.
kind of reverse. I liked him back then. I don't like him now. I guess it was just because it was new. It was like a newer style that I hadn't really heard before, like Jeezy and
It definitely was new. It was new. In that era, it was like Jeezy. You had Gucci.
Yeah.
And
I didn't feel like it was new though. I felt like it picked up right where Master P left off.
I think
like
it was
those
the
are
beats,
people
though.
that the beats maybe I'm finna say, but I felt like it was okay. I feel like certain rappers, and we talk about this. I feel like you can tell how good a rapper is based on who they affect next, right? And I felt like Young Jeezy was right in that exact same vein of Master P. Better lyrically, but just evolved. You know what I'm saying? Same issues, same topics, same type of music, even down to the that's not that far from you know what I'm saying? It's in the same tone like that. So to me, because I wasn't really a big Master P fan, it wasn't until and when Jeezy first came out, he was on the whole lyrics don't matter type thing. Okay, it may not matter to you, but it matter for me. You know what I'm saying? So, but as he went on, he became a lot more lyrical. Like I said, R.I.P. changed my whole perspective about him and 2 Chainz. I started liking him before then, but like R.I.P. showed me it's like, okay, so either you being lazy or you were real inspired that they do more of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. For me, you know what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say Fat Joe. Can't stand him.
I don't like Fat Joe.
I don't like Fat Joe. And worst of all time, I would probably say Silk Shocker and Master P right behind him. It's hard for me not to say Lil Romeo too because I used to listen to.
I was about to say,
your feelings hurt.
Your feelings hurt. But it's definitely about the worst ever.
Okay, what don't you like about Fat Joe?
Well, okay.
They got personal beef.
I can't quote nothing from none of his songs. I like the choruses when he get people to sing on them. I don't know any verses or none of the names of his songs unless J-Lo is on them or Ja Rule featured on them or
You
something.
taking personal shots right now? I won't say I don't like Fat Joe, but I'm finna say I'll put it like this. Okay, like I said, I'm older, so I like Fat Joe in his earlier digging in the crates crew days. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, like when you in a crew of Showbiz, AG, and Big L, like your level steps up. But I feel like I could be wrong, maybe I'm not. I don't know. I'm just taking a shot in the dark. I feel like he had done the underground thing. Everybody else was starting to get the commercial thing, so he dumbed it down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say not a huge fan of the stuff. Like I'm gonna say like I'm not a huge fan of the stuff that was hits for him, like the We Thuggin' and What's Love Got to Do with It. Not a huge fan of that stuff, but Don Cartagena is a great album, dude. Like, my opinion. I'm gonna say like that whole little time he had with Pun is an amazing time for his career for me. Now, not a whole lot much sense for me.
Right.
But
that's not the time that I was listening to him though. I think I caught him right after that, which is when he started the whole Terror Squad thing.
I'm gonna say I'll put you up on that Don Cartagena album.
Not gonna lie, I listen to Terror Squad a lot. Don't kill me.
I don't have nothing against nobody else listening to it.
I think Ja Rule sucked back in the day, and Young C sucks right now.
Yeah. See?
Who Young C?
Young
Exactly.
C is
I'm sorry. Literally,
you don't need to know.
Who Young C?
Trash ass fucking guy. Trash.
We don't need to get all into details on
I think there's some personal stuff in that one too.
Yeah.
No, that's just fucking trash because you guys heard it. And if you don't, you did. You just don't remember it. And that's the fucking point.
Dumpster fire waiting to happen.
Yep. And then the thing about Bone Crusher, yeah, he's a terrible rapper. But it's just that one verse, I do love it though. Just like everybody else got at least one verse they love from somebody, even if they hate them. Just like Trinidad James, All Gold, Everything. I love that song. I love that song, bro.
I'm confused.
I love the song for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's the beat.
Okay, I don't have any Trinidad James songs. So like,
I know the song by heart and everything.
Hell yeah.
Like, he got a song. He got a song with Big Crit that just no.
Oh no.
And I consider Crit the Magic Johnson of hip hop because Crit make everybody around him better.
Even Smoke Dizzle and
like he make people
Dizzle.
step their level up, but
He
missed it on that one. Like that was an alley oop that didn't work. But, not Trinidad. I don't have any Trinidad James verse I can think of. I don't have any Silk the Shocker, but
I didn't like the Mystical.
Somebody gonna hate me on like yo.
Yeah.
I don't like Mystical either.
Yeah,
I don't like Mystical,
no.
but as I've been growing up.
Grew up listening to him. The same. Like I said, my sister. I listened to fucking Master to No Limit. I listened to True, which was fucking Silk the Shocker.
Yeah.
I can't even remember the fucking two other bozos who were in that thing with him. But that one song, Hootie Hoo, that was my fucking jam, bro. Hootie Hoo? Bro, ask Justin about that shit. That's Justin's song too. If that song ever come on in the club, and I'm with Justin, I guarantee we go ham in there, dog.
Mystical actually just came out with a song the other day, and I was like, my God, I haven't heard anything from him in years. I'll give it a shot, and it was just like, oh. There's a reason I haven't heard him in a long time.
He still sounds the same.
He's been working with Manny Fresh.
They've been working since he got back out.
Where has Manny Fresh been though?
Still producing. And I don't even know what he produces because he's making a lot of money for some. I don't know off of what though.
Like I like Manny Fresh.
Me too.
I like Manny Fresh. Now I don't like him when he was in. I didn't like him in Big Timers, but Manny Fresh has personality, and you don't have a lot of rappers that have personality. Like what's the song he had? It was his solo song, Real Big or something like that. That song cracks me up. Comedy, you don't have funny rappers no more. Like I said, personality is gone from hip hop, man.
Biz Markie.
Yeah, like that type of stuff don't happen no more in rap. Like everybody's so serious now. They take themselves too serious. Everything is hardcore.
Lil Dicky's gonna bring that back though.
I hope
so.
So.
Bring it back. I've been watching his videos all day long today.
They're hilarious.
Yeah. All day long. I've been catching up on it. And I heard dudes on the radio too. I missed that, but I don't really listen to the radio like that. I always have my phone plugged in, but that's good though. I like him.
I'm finna say comedian. I'm finna say I hope something good come out of that. Hopefully it'll catch on like some of this other trash stuff coming over. Quality ain't appreciated no more, so I don't know.
Yeah.
So I always see these posts that say J. Cole is the mind, Kendrick is the soul, Drake is the heart, and Wale is the, what is it? The something.
I've never seen it with Wale in it.
Yeah, that's right. Wale's not in it.
That's what I'm about to say. I've never seen it.
They say Drake is the heart.
Yeah.
Okay. And I guess they're talking about this little new school, the people that's really popping in new school. They're not necessarily talking about the best, but they're talking about as far as people who everybody seems to be going crazy for. People go crazy for Kendrick, they go crazy for Cole, they go crazy for Drake.
Yeah.
But they're not in the same categories.
No, not at all.
At all.
Drake's
But
my
people-
favorite. I wouldn't say that he's better than Kendrick. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't say he's better than Cole either.
Yeah.
No way.
But it's just,
I would honestly say J. Cole's the best out of the three of them, but
it's my favorite.
I would ask what based on what, you know what I'm saying? Like if we was talking, like if you overall, then that would be one list. You know what I'm saying? Like if we was talking lyrically, that would be another list. If we was talking about like the ability to drop a song, to make a song, that would be. You know what I'm saying? I always like I'm detail specific when it comes to lists. Just because we make them, you know what I'm saying? I make lists for partially for a living. So like when I'm the person that whenever they say, "Oh, tell me who's the top 5 MCs of the game," based on what? You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people they'll throw out a list, but they don't. And that's my problem with award shows too. They'll throw out these people, but they don't tell you what it's based on. They'll tell you who voted. None of that. Like I'm on a mission to change what happened with award shows. I really am. Like at the end of the award show, I want to know who voted.
Yeah.
like I think that should be public information. Like when I want to know who
GPA
voted.
was.
Yeah. No, but I really want to know who voted because who voted can change the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Like if you tell me that, just for example, if you tell me Drake had the best album of the year. Okay, well, were radio people voting? Were these fans voting? Were these executives voting? You know what I'm saying? Were other artists voting? You know what I'm saying? Because then it gives me a different credibility. Because now I can say, okay, now I know what they were looking for. I know what the criteria for the vote was. You know what I'm saying? So, like, for me, everything matters. So, like, if out of those 3, overall, I like J. Cole, right? Lyrically, I like Kendrick. I'm not a Drake fan. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know how personal y'all want to get about it. Like I said, I'm an old school hip hop fan, so ghostwriting and biting and stuff like that, it matters to me. You know what I'm saying? Like that determines, like when we make lists of greatest rappers of all time, some of your favorite rappers get knocked off the list real quick or down notches because they got more ghostwriters than you can throw a stick at. You know what I'm saying? Like ghostwriting matters to me because in hip hop we sell the artist's voice. I hate when people try to tell me, they be like, "Oh man, don't nobody say nothing when Beyonce." Yeah, we don't sell Beyonce's personal writing. We sell her voice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We sell in R&B and in soul music. We sell the voice. In hip hop, we sell you the artist. We sell you the creator of this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that it matters to me, and I mean, like, you know.
That's why I respect Neo so much.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? When you get to the industry side of the game.
Neo.
Oh.
When you get to the industry side of the game, though, people will shut up and they'll be real hush-hush about that. Oh, well, they sold records. Yeah. What about their skills, though? 'Cause that's what hip-hop is built on.
Yeah, no, like if you have someone from the hood, fucking, who's better, Future or Kendrick? I guarantee they're gonna say Future. You know what I mean? I get the people from the hood don't say that.
I'm just saying, well, and it depends on what hood tone. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all proximity. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm gonna say in Florida, we're probably going to have more Future.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We don't even have to go to California. Let's say if we was in Arizona, more people are going to probably bend towards Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? So I guess the true test of it is I'ma still say if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. I'ma still say that because regardless of what their radio plays, they still care about lyrics.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So to a degree, they still care about lyrics because everybody's a rapper in New York. Everybody's a rapper in New York. Trust me.
Mm-hmm. Same one down here.
Yeah, honest to God, everyone down here fucking raps.
When I talk to people about, like when I was saying about, they say J. Cole the Mind, Kendrick the Soul, and Drake the Heart. There's a girl, she always talk to me about this stuff, and like she says, well, if you want to let's rank them by most recent albums. I say you really don't want to do that because let's say Forest Hill Drive compared to Pimp a Butterfly and what is it? If you're reading this, it's too late at the time. First off, you gotta take Drake out of there. I was like, if you disagree, do you disagree? She was like, I'm like, what? So gotta take it out of there. Like off rip. I was like, but what has the most? She was like, what has the most replay value? I said, okay, well, to me, it's Forest Hill Drive.
Absolutely.
I don't think To Pimp a Butterfly has super high replay value. Like it's just not something that you just ride around and just bump to all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
It was a more conscious type of thing.
Yeah.
And it was great. It was a great album, but it wasn't just a replay type.
I won't even say it was a great album. It was a good album.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like it was honestly a letdown from the first album. You know
the
what I'm
first
saying?
album was amazing.
I thought it was a letdown, but I mean, like, if you listen to Kendrick's body of work, production, like his lyrics and his concepts have always sold his music.
Yep.
It's never been the high production value. I mean, J. Cole, and I thought the J. Cole album it's not his best.
Right.
It's the best out of those three.
It's a compilation.
You know what I'm saying? It's the best out of those three, and the J. Cole is also, it was a good album, and it was a well thought out album. Mm-hmm. It was a well planned out. I won't even say well thought out just because of the way he said it kind of came together real quick, right. Well executed.
It was him. It was just him and what he wanted to do.
You know what I'm saying? And he accomplished it well. I'm gonna say, like, I think the last song on the album, it's like, it's not even really a song. It's mostly doing him the shout outs, but like, I've listened to that so many times,
right?
Just because it was creative and like it reminds me of the music that I grew up with. So I mean, like, where you would even do creative things, even with your outro, like Ice Cube would do his outros like that. I gotta say what's up. It's a song at the end of one, and it's like him just shouting out all of the people that helped him make the album, all his homeboys. So that's a throwback for me.
This man did it on 30 for 30 with his parents talking about. I thought it was awesome, bro. You know what I mean? I thought it was fucking great. In the beginning of his whole project, his parents are talking about like the day of him being born. That's what the song was. Of the beginning of the project was how shit started. You know what I mean? I thought that was fantastic.
Yeah, I like when people throw themselves into it. That's what's up. Like, be creative.
But the next thing I did was like, if you take Drake out of there, I said now put Wale in there, put his album, his last album. She was like, well, now you gotta take J. Cole out. I said, no, you don't. You still gotta leave Wale out. So now who do you put in? I said, put Big Crit in there. You put Catalactica in there. Now who do you take out? She said she doesn't know who Big Crit is. I said, so once she listened to Big Crit, heard Catalactica, she liked it, but wasn't sure how to rank it. She would rank it with To Pimp a Butterfly because she wouldn't listen to it again. And I said, why wouldn't you listen to it again? I feel like Big Crit makes music for people to ride around and bump to. It's like a bunch of, especially because of the beats. The beats that he makes is just crazy. It's all like southern type of beats, just like kind of like what Ludacris used to do. He used to make beats that people used to just want to listen to the beats, and then whatever you said on there would flow with the beats because the beats were already knocking so hard. But it's a different type of rapper. They're all completely different. So I wouldn't put Wale in there, and I wouldn't put Drake in there either. I would say J. Cole, Kendrick, and Crit would be the three powerhouses from.
I would say, okay, if I was to say Crit, I would agree with you. But if we're talking about in a circle of real hip hop heads, like hardcore down to earth hip hop heads, that would probably be right. The problem is going to be when you start including things like impact and when you start including like general people's perception.
Oh yeah.
Crit and Wale are highly undervalued and not known just because of the fact that they don't go out of their way to make the radio single.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, one of the things, like, I was very shocked at how well the J. Cole album did because he didn't go out of his way to make the radio-friendly single for that album. Mm-hmm. Like, when I listened to it, I was like, yo, I love it. I don't hear a hit on it, though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, it's gonna be great it's a great concert album.
Yep.
It's a great clean up the house album. It's a great smoke one, which, you know, smoke one and drink. It's a great chill album, but there was no. If a song got played in the club off of that album, I'm shocked. If he made a video and I don't know if he did or not, but if he made a video and somebody played it on MTV or something, I'm shocked because there was no clear single from that album, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Wale's last album, not a huge fan of it. Like I said, I listen to Wale because Wale is deeper. Wale's more of a poet for me. Wale would be an excellent spoken word poet. I'd listen to Wale without beat.
Yeah. Just the way that he raps, his flows.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd listen to Wale acapellas more than I would listen to his album. Kendrick, like I said, it's mood music.
Yeah.
You need to be in the
gym.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You need to be in the gym, or you need to be in a certain mood to listen to Pimp a Butterfly. I don't feel like I could throw To Pimp a Butterfly on at any time and just listen to it.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I've tried it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you know anything about me like you do, when I listen to any album to rate them, I listen to it 3 times before I write the first sentence of how I felt about it.
Yeah.
Right? And, like, I'll be honest, the first time I listened to Pimp a Butterfly, the second and third time was hard to listen to, boy, because the feeling was gone at that moment. I was like, damn, do I even like this album?
I didn't replay it right away.
Nah, I didn't. I was gonna say my review for the album probably was way lower than what I actually feel about the album now.
We all listened to it in the car outside when it first came out. We sat outside and we listened to it, right? Or were we in here?
We were in here.
Yeah,
Like, I thought it was great.
Yeah.
First time I heard it, I was like, "Oh my god, this is amazing."
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, "Okay, I gotta go back." The next day, I listened to it again, and I was just like, "Wait a second! Like, is this the same album that I'm hearing?"
Yep.
It doesn't have replay value at all, and that was the only 2 times I've ever listened to it. To be honest,
it definitely didn't have a single.
Right.
Other than yes, it did. I love myself or whatever.
Even
like
that,
I mean, like,
and then you got the other song, All Right.
Yeah.
It's gonna be all right. That song.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, but it was creative.
Yeah.
It was creative. I was gonna say the way he was doing the poetry thing, the interview with Pac.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it was creative, but I mean, like, it set a mood, and that's okay though. Mm-hmm. I respect that. You know what I'm saying? Like, one of the things that I don't like about a lot of people that claim to like hip hop now is that they think everything has to be a radio friendly thing. You know what I'm saying? They don't appreciate because people don't listen no more. They don't listen for what the artist was going for. You know what I'm saying? So, like, what was he trying to get across? It was To Pimp a Butterfly is almost a concept album.
Yeah.
To me, I think of it as like it's like a movie without visuals because there's a lot of great movies that I've loved, but I don't go and watch them again because just of either the message of it, like you don't need to see it again, or just if it's like a war movie, I don't watch war movies more than once. Yep. It's kind of like that.
Cataleptica. It was the same thing for people that didn't. That you know what I'm saying. I ain't get it. Well, if you just picked it on random, it's not gonna work for you. You know what I'm saying? It's a concept album.
When you listen to Big Crit, you gotta listen to a bunch of it because I don't know. I feel like everything he does flows into something. Not everything talks about the whole topic on one song.
Right.
It flows. It's a chain of songs.
I'm gonna say, well, Big Crit works in that Outkast vibe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Cadillactica is like listening to AT Aliens. You know what I'm saying? Like it flows in that vein of a setup for an album. I mean, like there's a whole concept for what this album is gonna be.
Right.
You can't. One song doesn't tell the story.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So you have to sit and listen to that whole album for another song to even make sense to you.
Mm-hmm.
Now he has a song. That song he got with Lupe.
Yeah.
Oh man, please! I listen to that anytime. But the rest of that album, I have to listen to all of it to get it, and I can appreciate that too. Like I said, I'm from the era where everything had to you did things differently to do the complete opposite of what everybody else was doing. So you got some Tribe Called Quest albums that are like that. Like you got some Tribe Called Quest albums where like if you didn't listen to the whole album, then you don't get it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So people will be like, how is that a classic? I've only heard. That's why you don't get it, because you only heard that. You don't get how track 1 connects to track 5 and track 12 connects to track 2. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not just a bunch of singles.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I feel like a lot of rappers do now. They try to make a bunch of singles.
Yeah.
And they don't, and me and him was talking about this. A lot of rappers don't edit themselves.
Yeah.
They put whatever they recorded out.
Yeah.
Whether it be free, whether it be mixtape, whether it be an album, and they don't try to make things mesh. Like you got I was talking to him, I like how people like Outkast or Public Enemy have songs that they have recorded, but they'll hold on to them for years.
Yeah.
And you'll be like, Dad, why you was holding on to this kind of fire? And be like, well, it didn't go with the album.
Yeah.
The people wasn't ready for that at the time. They wasn't ready to hear that from me.
Yeah.
I was on a different tip at that time, but it was good. Now you're ready for that.
Yeah.
I feel like people, they rush to put out everything that they do. You know what I'm saying? Like as soon as they record it, they drop it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you get albums that have no cohesiveness at all. It's a bunch of songs that could be good in a different context.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like nobody's editing anything. Or you got rappers that say that they'll be like, oh, I don't turn down features. Why? You're like, so even if you ain't like the song, you gonna do you gonna do the verse anyway. Like you don't have to feel it. You don't ask the artist, I'm not really feeling that beat. You got something else maybe I can work with?
Yeah.
Like you can't do everything. Like it's a money sport. It ain't an art for them. It ain't a love for them. It ain't a passion. And nobody will judge them for it anyway, so you don't get judged for being whack, because even when you whack, everybody will talk about, oh, we got whack MCs in the game, but nobody won't name none.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because the politics is too big.
Seems like now all you gotta do is make a music video with you having sex with yourself. You missed it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Young Thug made a music video when he did that.
Yeah.
And the chick's face was his.
Yeah, I don't need to see that.
Yeah.
I'll pass on that one.
Good choice.
So the last thing I'm gonna ask for is the way we will be ending it is your fave 5 and why. It don't necessarily have to be who you think should be up in your top 5, but it's just your favorite 5.
My favorite 5 or my top 5?
Your favorite 5. Your favorite 5. And we're gonna
Okay. Now or all time?
I hate
That's
that
all
question.
time.
Ooh, all time favorite 5. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna go with Ice Cube. I was an Ice Cube fan probably longer than any other artist. Scarface, just for consistency. I don't know if Scarface has ever had a pure. I don't know of a whack Scarface verse. I don't know of a whack Scarface album. And he has a lot of music. Jay-Z. I was a Jay-Z fan for a real long time. Mos Def replaced Jay-Z for me when he came out. Why? Mos Def is probably one of the most creative people I've ever listened to. Just the way that he puts things together. He uses things that nobody else would use, and makes comparisons nobody else compares. You know what I'm saying? Like, just a verse I've heard him kick on Ice-T's thing. It was like, Malcolm X and Marley Marl, the word of God and works of art. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody thinks on that level. 5 favorite Black Thought from the Roots.
Okay.
Nobody's outperforming Black Thought. I think the scariest thing for anybody, like, I don't know what's the Tonight Show that they be on, but like the scariest thing for any performer has to be you've got to perform and then Black Thought has a microphone in his hand. Black Thought, I'm gonna say Black Thought, and I've heard him do other people's rhyme style.
Yeah.
And I don't think he gets the credit that he deserves in hip hop. When we talk, like, Common gets the credit he deserves, Kweli gets the credit, Mos Def gets his credit, Pharoah Monch gets his credit. I don't think Black Thought name comes up nearly enough in those conversations. Now, everybody loves the Roots, but somehow Black Thought gets left out of that list.
Yeah.
And I've heard Black Thought slay anybody you can name on a track, live and in person. And his thought process is just amazing, man. I mean, like, he got a verse. He got some verse where he used the N-word more times than I ever care to hear it used like at the end of every sentence. But like he's using it basically just to rhyme to the next thing. But like
a filler.
It's just so well done. And if I had to slash that and have another honorable mention, Skills.
Okay.
Mad Skills. People don't listen to Mad Skills. You probably have listened to him. He's wrote for all of your favorite artists, underground and commercial. But Skills is highly underrated, and he's another person that gets no play for his accomplishments. So them are my 5. Those are the people that I've listened to. I could go on and on. Huge Royce the 5'9" fan.
You, sir.
My 5. I was Eminem, absolutely. I honestly have never heard one single Eminem song that I did not like. Like, I can say that hands down with full confidence. I am a big fan of Nas. I think I would put, honestly, there's Eminem at number 1, and these other 4 are kind of interchangeable. No order, but Nas for sure. I would put Pharoah Monch in my top 5. You get down to 4 and 5, it gets a little rough. I would have to say I would put Royce the 5'9" in my 5 for sure. Just because, I mean, the music to me is, or hip hop anyway, is all about lyrics. So like, they're all lyrical, and there has to be a story to it too. So I put Royce, and then to finish it off. There's actually an old artist that I haven't heard in a really long time, and his name is Un. I don't know if anybody ever heard of Un before. But he had an album that it was called Amazon, and it was like, honestly, might be the best album I've ever heard in my entire life. And he's a super, super underground guy, like almost like you can't even call him an underground artist, because you'd have a hard time finding it on the internet right now. But he changed the game for me a little bit. Like, when I heard that album, it was all hip hop from then on. So I would put him in there just for kind of honorable mention.
I'm surprised you didn't say Obi Trice.
We know Ja Rule not gonna be in his list. So.
Yeah.
I haven't been liking Obi Trice lately, so I haven't taken him out. He's good though.
You heard his latest stuff though? You ain't like that?
It's not that I don't like it. It's just he's declining for me a little bit. So
all right. But I know you said he was one of your faves. You know?
Yeah, he is, but more of his old
stuff. I like Obi, yo.
I've always liked Tupac more than Biggie. I fuck with Tupac almost every Tupac song I could listen to. Eminem, like he said, these aren't like 1, 2, 3, and everything like that. I guess it was just who I really like. Eminem, Tupac, Big L.
Oh,
yeah, you know what I mean.
Oh,
I love Big L and Jay-Z.
Good
yeah. What was that, 4 right there?
Yeah, that's enough.
I mean, I know everyone's probably fucking say I'm stupid. Drake, man, I'm a huge fucking fan. Drake's one of my favorite dudes ever to fucking out, man. Sorry.
He said your favorite, not the best of all time.
He's my favorite.
Therefore, I can't argue with you.
He's my favorite.
Nobody argues with who your favorite is.
Yeah, I would never say he's the best, but he's my fucking favorite.
You've been on the internet. You argue if you argue with certain people in these debates or these hip hop things, like they can find reason to hate anybody, and they don't make anybody the best.
Oh, of course.
I've seen people that think that Drake is the not only the best now, he's the best ever. I've seen people that absolutely hate Eminem. I'll be like, like what?
Mm-hmm.
I've heard people call Andre 3000 overrated. I've heard people call Jadakiss overrated. I've been like, are we listening to the same thing? Like, well, who's your top 5?
I would probably have to. I would probably have to take. Who did I say? I said Pac, M, Big L, Jay-Z, and Drake. I really like Jay-Z, but I'd probably have to take Jay out and put Andre 3000. I really like Andre 3000.
I'm sure you don't want to take Drake out?
It's
your list.
Me? Well, my favorite rapper is Kanye.
Still?
Okay.
It's your list.
Still to this day. I'm a Kanye.
Not Romeo?
You're going to have to explain that last album.
I can't.
No, you can't. He can't.
I can't. I like New Slaves. I like that song. Does anybody else like that song?
That's only one song though, bro. That's only one song.
Anybody
the one with black skinheads?
Anybody like black skinheads?
I loved it.
What about Blood on the Leaves, no?
I loved it. I did. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. Well, I was just checking. Just checking.
I don't like Kanye, but I like
listen to that.
I'm
not gonna say I didn't listen to the album. I listened to it. It's the longest 3 listens ever. But
definitely some of his worst songs ever on there. I'm talking about the worst ever on that album.
He owed me money for that.
So, but there are some songs on there that I like the first track. I like On Sight just because of the energy, but I don't like the beats. But that's just me being a Kanye fan. Everybody else, I would have to say, and this is in no order, of course, but I'm a huge Odyssey fan. Thanks to you, I'm an Odyssey fan. I love Odyssey. And he's a beat maker. He makes beats just because he loves the music and stuff like that. So, just as an artist, I love Odyssey. I'm a huge Joe Budden fan. Just like as a conscious rapper, I like listening to him talk about all his depression issues. I don't know, for some reason I like listening to him.
It's personal.
Yeah.
That's with him too.
Yeah, he gets deep, super deep for no reason. I like listening to it, so I like it. That's 3. Number 4 would have to be Royce. And instead of putting Eminem as number 5, I like to put Jaron Benton. Eminem is already a given because I love Eminem so much. But I love Jaron Benton too. That's my guy. I listen to a lot of him. Only reason I didn't put Big Crit or J. Cole in there, I listened to them too, but I listened to more of Jeremy Benton than I listened to any of them, which is surprising.
That Jeremy Benton last album goes so hard.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if y'all up on Jeremy Benton, but that last EP he put out, it's gonna be real hard to knock off the top of the perch when it comes to the end of the year. Check for my end of the year list on who gonna be the #1 album of the year, because
that was tough.
It's a tough out, boy. I ain't expected to last this long as at the top of that list, but that Jeremy Benton goes hard.
So shout out to Dizzy Wright too. I can't believe I didn't mention him.
Yeah,
shout out to Dizzy Wright.
Shout out to Dizzy Wright for real.
Tied for #5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1.
Dizzy Wright really came up. And he actually had a good verse on that diss song. He came through hard.
He did.
Came through extra hard. He put Horseshoe Gang in the ditch for real.
Yo, shout out the Funk Volume and the Horseshoe Gang for even doing the battle thing in the first place. Because, like I said, the politics of hip hop are so crazy these days that everybody afraid to battle. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I don't know if they've realized it, but like battling ain't like it used to be. Like, it's almost impossible to end somebody's career now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost impossible to end somebody's career. Like, nothing phases this group of fans. Like,
Meek Mill still has shows.
you know what I'm saying? I mean, like, nothing phases the fans to where they'll basically walk away from you now. Like,
but everybody comments diamonds underneath Meek Mill's pictures now.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah. Future and Drake.
It's so fucking funny, bro.
Anything Meek Mill posts, you gotta comment diamonds, the little emojis everywhere.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
That's funny though.
They even playing the back-to-back at the Philly Eagles Stadium, which is highly disrespectful.
yeah, it is. I was gonna say, considering that he.
I can't even laugh at that one when I seen it. I was like, wow, he gotta feel like complete trash, but
You never get the love at home though.
Can't play Future songs at Seahawks games.
Yeah,
that's right. Yep.
I was gonna say, but they was talking about that on
Yeah.
ESPN. Like the DJ was like, he don't like to play Sierra songs either because he was like, he feel like he's choosing a side if he does.
And that album got dropped during the Seahawks game too, so you don't see Sierra was down there downloading that bitch.
It's just wrong. Well, on that note, we out of here. Been real.